Unmute. Okay, so we're now on fourth topic of our subject. No? So our topic for today is about disbursement. So we have three topics to go: the financial statements, biological assets, and investment property. Okay, may tatlo pa ta. So we still have Thursday and Tuesday next week. And again, our exam is on October 21 to 23. Most probably, I'll give you my your exams, no, sa akong subject, the auditing, government accounting, and taxation. It's on October 2023. So you still have a lot of time to study until next week. Okay, so disbursement. So we have the learning objectives for this topic. We have to state the main concepts in the disbursements of government funds and account for the different modes of disbursement. So I need to have my talamdan. Ay, hindi ko na siya magkaulo since this is my first time to see to see to study about this. Okay, so disbursements, it constitute all payments in cash in whatever manner, cash, check, or cashless payment, and it shall be supported by disbursement vouchers, including petty cash vouchers or payroll. So disbursements ang pagwa sang kwarta ta, no? But it must be supported with a disbursement voucher, no? Including petty cash vouchers or payroll. So we have disbursement authority, we have notice of cash allocation, notice of transfer allocation, tax remittance advice, in which you are very familiar with, non-cash availment authority, and the cash disbursement ceiling, or the CDC. Okay, notice of cash allocation, the NCA is an authority issued by the DBM to central, regional, and provincial offices and operating units to cover their cash requirements, and you are very familiar with this. Din siya gana record sa aton nga sa aton budget registry nga RANCA. So the NCA specifies the maximum amount of cash that can be withdrawn from a government servicing bank in a certain period. So notice of transfer allocation, the NTA is an authority issued by an agency's central office to its regional and operating units to cover the latter's cash requirements. So there is a transfer from central office to its regional and operating units, no, known as kung sa aton pa, it's the branches of that certain agency. So there is a transfer of cash from the central office to its branches, no, so to its regional operating units, no, to cover the latter's cash requirements. Okay, so tax remittance advice, you're very familiar with this. No, sagad na kamo ni, the TRA is used to recognize in the books of national government agencies the constructive remittance to BIR, the Bureau of Customs of Taxes, and customs duties withheld in the constructive receipt of NCA for those taxes and customs duties from the Bureau of Treasury, and in the books of the BIR and BOC, the constructive receipts of tax and tax revenue and customs duties, and in the books of Bureau of Treasury, the constructive receipts and taxes and customs duties remitted. So ginpasa-pasahan nila, ginbalik man lang Japon kay government agency ang kwarta. So there is no actual transfer of cash. Okay, there is only a constructive transfer of cash from the government agency to BIR to Bureau of Treasury back to the government agency. So non-cash availment authority, or the NCAA. The NCAA is the authority issued by the DBM to agencies to cover the liquidation of their actual obligations incurred against available allotments for available of proceeds from loans, grants through suppliers, credit, constructive. Okay, wala sa gali iyagin butang. Okay, constructive cash. So, you have sa notes nyo, no, sa libro, the fundamental principles of disbursement of public funds. You must read that, no, para damo na siya bilang internal control, no, sa isa ka government agency when it comes to its disbursement. So, you must read that. So, para hindi ko na siya pag-i-explain man sa inyo isa-isa kay it's a lot, no, kag It's self-explanatory naman, class. No, it's like ara naman kamo sa audit parts ng government agents as ang government accounting. Next is the cash disbursement ceiling or the CDC. The CDC is the disbursement authority issued by the DBM to agencies with foreign operations, allowing them to use the income collected by their foreign service posts to cover their operating requirements. So the CDC is a disbursement authority, no, for those agencies, no, with foreign operations, no, such as the DFA, the Department of Foreign Affairs, no, to allow them to use their income for their operations. So muna siya ang CDC. So do we have an okay? So for example, we have here dahil lagi class FSPs. Okay, for foreign service post, that's the FSPs, foreign service post. So for example, you have there, no, CDFA or CDOLE, so they have a foreign operations. So nakakollect sila butang ta, it's 100 million. So 100 million, no, to recognize collection of revenue of foreign service post. So may nabaton sila nga 100 million. So they have to debit cash collecting officers and credit revenue, no, passport and visa fees of 100,000. Okay, ang deposit nila, it's debit cash in bank, foreign currency since they are in a foreign operations. So cash in bank, foreign currency, current account, it's 100 million. Then credit cash collecting officers kay gin-remit nila or gin-deposit nila ang ilang collection, it's 100 million. Then debit cash constructive income 80 million, then credit subsidy from national government, not to recognize receipt of CDC from DBM. So they are given 80 million, no, to support for their operations, no, for their expenses. No? Sa books naman ni Bureau of Treasury, it's debit subsidy to NGAs, then credit cash constructive income remittance of 80 million. That is to recognize constructive receipt of remitted collections by FSPs and disbursement charge to issued CDCs to foreign service post. No, di ba gin-remit, no, ni DFA or ni DOLE? Dayon gin-deposit nila. So in order for them to support their own operations, no, si Bureau of Treasury nag-issue there is a CDC no, nga nabaton of 80 million. So amo ni siya 80 million, you have to use this for their operations. So ano dang inyong galastuhan. No, later on mabalanta kung ano na siyang ilaging gastuhan. Okay? So ma-record ko the income, no, as your yes, i-record ko the income, then I will give this subsidy, no, sa inyo. So pros man to bala sa iyang nature, no, sa TRA, lugin pasa lang, lugin pasa-pasa ng kwarta, but there is no actual movement of cash. Okay, so that is why nag-debit siya cash, constructive income, then credit subsidy from national government, no, muna siya ang nabaton niya from the Bureau of Treasury, no, as subsidy. Then si Bureau of Treasury nag-debit siya subsidy to national government agencies, then nag-recognize siya sang iyang cash nga constructive income. Then sang ginbayad na ni DOLE or ni DFA, then nag-recognize siya rents, no? It's an expense ginbayad to nila, no? The debit rents, buildings and structures 80 million, then cash in bank, foreign currency nag-withdraw sila 80 million, no, dito sa accounts ng government, no? Bank accounts ng government, no, of 80 million. So that's the nature of CDC. Then basic requirements and certifications for disbursement. So muna siya ang authorization part na when it comes to disbursement. The budget officer certifies the availability of allotment. The chief accountant, no, certifies the availability of funds and the completeness of the supporting documents. Gina-check ka na. Head of the requesting unit certifies the necessity and legality of disbursements, and head of agency approves all disbursement vouchers and payroll. So modes of disbursements, we have check, cash, and cashless payments. Under cashless payments, we have advice to debit account. It's somewhat like automatic debit. Electronic modified disbursement, or the EMDS, the cashless purchase card system or the credit card, the non-cash availment authority, and the tax remittance advice. Okay, so let's go to check. No, disbursement to check, of course, you have to debit asset, expense, or liability account, and you credit cash. Modified disbursement system, MDS regular. No, it's check. If it's commercial check, you have to debit asset or expense, liability account, and credit cash in bank local currency. Now, if it's a commercial check. Okay, if it's a disbursement through cash, of course, it's agi siya danay sa advances, no? Debit advances and credit cash. Then i-liquidate na ang mga cash advances, then you have there to debit the expenses that you have already liquidated, then you charge it against advances. Okay? If there is any excess, no? So ano ta? Debit ta cash collecting officers. Okay, balik na to sa aton nga government accounting cycle, no? But for purposes of discussion, amo ni siya agi sa danay sa advances, then you credit cash, no? Then after liquidation, you have to record the expenses that are duly supported with supporting documents, then you credit and charge it against advances. Okay. So disbursement through advice debit account. So the ADA is an accountable form used as an authorization issued by a government agency to MDS GSB, instructing the bank to debit a specified amount from its available NCA to pay the creditor's fees listed in the LDDAP ADA. No, nasa misang LDDAP ADA, ada sa inyo notes ang ginhatag ko, ari man di sa libro nga ginakapyutan ko. Okay, diin siya. Okay. So, okay. LDDAP is list of due and demandable accounts payable. Ang ADA is advice to debit account. Okay. So, to record, you have to debit cash, accounts payable, then credit, cash modified disbursement system regular to recognize payment of payables to suppliers, contractors through ADA. So, ano ni siya, it's a form nga ginhatag, no, sa bangko. Okay, could you please debit this in our account, no, in payment for this following persons, no, or agencies, no, muna sa class, no, para mag-debit sa ila account, no. There is no wala mo nakapitan ng cash, no, wala mo nakapitan, bayad mo to sa isa, no, gin-instruct mo lang ang bank, no, to debit sa inyong account, no, sa account sang government agency. Okay, bank to debit. Okay, sa ilang NCA, available in NCA, no, to pay these following creditors or payees. So if you record na sa inyong books, if mag-okay na to si bank, okay, we have already debited to your account the following ang inyong request. So you have to debit accounts payable since nagbayad na, and credit cash modified disbursement system regular, no, kay through cash na sa class, no. Okay. Okay. Next is disbursement through electronic modified disbursement system. The EMDS is like the ADA, except that the disbursements are made directly from the accounts of the Bureau of Treasury that are maintained with the Land Bank of the Philippines. Gaagi sa account gidya ni Bureau of Treasury nga ara sa Land Bank of the Philippines. Amo nang bangko ni Bureau of Treasury. Am I right? Okay. Disbursement through electronic modified disbursement system. So agencies subscribe under LBP's EMDS can make online disbursements for selected transactions. Okay? So that's it. Same as sa ADA, pero nag-agi saya sa account, no? Through the account of the Bureau of Treasury that are maintained in the Land Bank of the Philippines. Si ADA to ya, it's either kung ano na nga bank na ni government agency. Nakabalo. Okay. So you have next, disbursement through cashless purchase card or the CPC system. It's more of a credit card. Wala ko kabalo paano na siya ginagamit. No? Meaning siguro gautang ka, then you pay the bank, no? Holding your credit card. Wala ko na class kay hadlo ko na. Disbursements under the CPC system are made through the use of an electronic card or credit card. So when you record, no, yung nagamit ka CPC, no, to pay for your expenses or nagbakal ka mga assets. So you have to debit office supplies inventory, for example, then you have to credit accounts payable, no, to recognize purchase of office supplies through CPC. Nagamit sa government agency credit card, no, to buy office supplies. So pag swipe, check accounts payable, credit. Okay, then you have your office supplies inventory. Pag settle na, nagpadala na billing statement, you have this following utang, you have this following expense, ginpamakal mo, no, through your CPC. Then you pay. Bayad ka. You have to debit accounts payable, then credit cash, modified disbursement system, MDS, regular, no, to recognize settlement of CPC billing statement. Okay, disbursement through non-cash availment authority, you have there. Example, in the books of entity, nagbakal sila communication equipment of costing 1 million, then ginutang, so that so from there we credit accounts payable of 1 million to recognize receipt of PPE procured through the direct payment scheme. Then, pagbayad, the debit accounts payable 1 million, then credit subsidy from national government 1 million to recognize receipt of NCAA and payment of payable. So si Bureau of Treasury. So ano ni siya? Si Bureau of Treasury nagbayad. Okay. Then si Bureau of Treasury nag-debit subsidy to NGAs of 1 million, then loans payable foreign 1 million to recognize the replenishment made to AGSB, authorized government. Itong bank bala class, AGSB, hindi ko siya masaulo. Negotiated MDS checks and payments on account of the NGA. So sa NCAA, so si Bureau of Treasury ang nag-recognize ang dogin carry ang utang ni government agency. So si government agency natsaktuhan lang yan ng utang. So gin carry ni Bureau of Treasury ang iya nga utang. Okay? So disbursements through tax remittance advice. Do I need to explain that? So you have already we have already tackled this sa aton government accounting cycles. So you have these allowances. These allowances refer to expenditures made by an agency that are subsequently invalidated or disallowed by the COA because they are found to be irregular, unnecessary, excessive, extravagant, or unconscionable. These allowances are recorded in the books of accounts only when they become final and executory. We have there the example. Entity A acquired office supplies for 100,000. It was found out that the correct amount should have been 90,000. So ang entry made is 100,000, but it should be 90,000. There is an overpayment of 10,000. So pag-record, no, if na-found out siya current year, so you have to debit receivables, disallowances, charges, 10,000. Then decrease our expense, office supplies expense of 10,000. Since we are still in the current year, that's why nagamit pa ta office supplies expense, a nominal account. Okay, to recognize overpayment of purchase office supplies. What if the error was in the prior period? We're now in the current period, pero ang error is nasa prior period. So debit receivables or disallowances charges 10,000, then credit accumulated surplus or deficit 10,000 to recognize the overpayment of purchased office supplies in prior year. Why nga nag-credit accumulated surplus? Diba? Ang aton expense is gamay lang dapat. Pero ang aton expense nga na record is dako. So our expenses is overstated. So our butang ta retained earnings or our accumulated surplus in which data gina-close, diba, ang aton income summary. So If our expenses is overstated, our accumulated surplus therefore is understated, no? So that is why our adjustment is credit accumulated surplus, no? To correct kay since ang aton accumulated surplus deficit is understated. So to correct, we have to credit, no? To increase our accumulated surplus. Next is second, no? 'Di ba receivables allowances then ginbalik ginhatag tang sobra kay cash collecting officer, so we have to debit then credit receivables these allowances charges of 10,000, no, to recognize the settlement of these allowance. Same as also when the error was committed prior year, no, same entry. Then ginremit ta ang cash naging collect sa aton collecting officers, we remit it to the Bureau of Treasury. So we debit cash treasury agency deposit regular 10,000, credit cash collecting officers to recognize the deposit of collection. Same entry when the error pertains to prior period but it was found out in the current period. So that's this allowance. So you have to end our discussion here about disbursements. So you have to class read, no, for furthering your knowledge about our topic, the revenues and other receipts and disbursements. And for the next day, Thursday, maybe I could send you a discussion on financial assets, biological assets, and investment property. Madamo-damo class. 7 kabilog topic ta for this midterm. Okay. For as long as naintindihan yung government accounting cycle, goods na. But you need to, ang atong notes nga send ko sa inyo nga halindi. Okay? You need to read that and internalize, understand, analyze, no? And study very well. Study well, study hard. Thank you very much, class. God bless you.